Okay, so this is gonna be an attempt to make a sort of beginner's tutorial for Zero Mission 100%. There's gonna be mostly me running through this game. I'm gonna be explaining the more central and important rooms and or boss fights through the run. But a lot of it is just gonna be me doing like an 100% run. Skipping most of the really hard optional stuff, just to have like a baseline for someone to follow if they're trying to get into this game. So let's get started. There's not too much happening right at the beginning of the game. There's a couple of things in Brinstar, but not terribly much. So first you just go over, grab more fall. There's like nothing interesting right there. I'm gonna try to do this a bit slower, like more beginner-friendly version of the strats I usually use. Can be faster than a gripper, but it's sort of hard. I'm going to be assuming you know how to do basic mechanics like wall jumping and bomb jumping. I won't use them too much, but there are a few places where they're pretty critical. So the first boss coming up, I want to clarify a few things before we start it up. There is a thing we call that sound is really annoying. There is a thing we refer to in the speedrun community of this game as doubles, where we try to hit something with 2 missiles on the same frame. I really wouldn't tell you to do that if you're just starting out. It's pretty hard and inconsistent. Just for now, just kill it with 3 separate missiles. But just so you know, there is a thing where you can hit that boss with 2 missiles on the same time to skip around. If you hear anyone talking about it. Otherwise, just shoot him in the eye. Go over. Like, try to make sure he moves diagonally every time. He's also occasionally gonna throw these spikes out before his last attack. Do kill those and pick up the drops, because you're gonna need, you're desperately gonna need missiles in the next room. I'm just slowing down on to talk. You don't want to slow down here at all. He drops charge screen. We'll be grabbing that later on. This room is actually really important to do properly, because you might really need missiles right now. I've had pretty decent luck with this, and I'm up to. You can kill this guy too if you really need to. I'm already up to 4 missiles, which is pretty much what you want right now. The problem here is I'm gonna make a save state. The problem here is the room coming up, which is Hive Room. This room is horrible. I'm gonna try to make this as the safest that I can think of for this room. But this room is really random and hard to control properly. But what you want to do, you want to come in here with at least 1 missile and at best 4 missiles. 5 missiles doesn't really help anything. But between 1 and 4. And then you go up here, up to the left hive. And you want to just run into the hive. Don't actually run into the hive, but like run right next to the hive and try to take damage from the flies and not the hive itself. And then just pump it full of whatever ammo you have down so you have at least one missile remaining. So you run in and you like shoot. In this case I shoot 3 missiles and it's dead already. You might want to kill this. I'm gonna just assume you should kill these flies right now. Because you don't have to kill those flies, but it's pretty annoying to not do. You want that missile tank, but this puts you at 6 missiles, which is pretty much what you need to kill the 2 remaining hives. All hives take 3 missiles and 2 normal shots to kill. So the strat for the following hives is going to be to lure the flies away from the hives themselves, so that you can shoot them uninterrupted. And I'm gonna just demonstrate it a few times, but you run over here, try to jump in here, get hit, fall down, wait for a second, then go up, and do this, and at the same time run over. And something like that. I'm gonna like do that a few times. If you only have 1 missile, I'm gonna assume, like I'm gonna burn 3 missiles right there. If you only have 1 missile, this should be worst case scenario. If you're below this, you have a real problem, and like you should probably reset, to be honest. Especially if you're not doing doubles on Brinstar when this shouldn't happen. So assuming this is worst case scenario, you didn't get any drops from Dreamers or anything. You're gonna have to take a bit more damage, but it doesn't really like change that much otherwise. Just make sure to run in right next to the hive every time you get hit. But again, don't actually touch the hives. Hives do way more damage than the flies do. Okay. Wait for a second. Jump up. Maybe fall down again. It doesn't matter too much. Oops. I screwed it up. Wait. I screwed it up. Super bad. I keep aiming down. That's just something I do. You don't have to do that. Like, make sure you have 1 missile. Like, don't waste all your missiles on this hive. Because this hive is way easier to deal with than the other ones because it's not on an actual platform. So jump in, fall down, wait here. See, that's a really bad case. I just shot multiple flies, I think. So you're gonna have to do this the hard way. Just gonna show this one so you know what you're up against. Like this sucks a lot. And there's that. I'm not gonna fall down again to get rid of these. And you can actually start firing missiles as soon as you're on this platform, so you can do like something like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Hive Room is one of the harder parts of the run. As long as you're like careful, you should be okay. You just fall down here to get the flies over here. You can also do this a bit slower. I still recommend killing this first hive the same way. But you can also do this room a lot slower but safer if you like stand. Ah crap! If you stand on a very like on the very edge of where you can hit the hives, you can do it like that. It's much slower since you're actually shooting away the flies before actually hitting the hive. But eventually you're gonna get through. Also, falling down is not part of this strat. But yeah, so that's the hardest part right in the beginning of the run. There's not gonna be much issue until way later on. So as long as you getting past this, you should be good. If you have a lot of trouble with this room, you might want to go and grab long beam. before getting over here, but it's only gonna slow you down. It's gonna be sort of a crutch. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you're like really new to the game. There is an option, like go grab long beam and then go back here and do high room is way easier with long beam. Okay, so moving on. If you for some reason failed to kill Brinstar Worm earlier, he's gonna appear here again. Like the same thing applies. You just got a missile tank, so you have enough ammo to kill him again. Just do the exact same thing you should have done the first time. No biggie. This E-tank is like conveniently placed right after high room, where you might be low on health after high room because flies are horrible, and you'll be at full health, so it's fine. Be scared of that Dreamer. He might actually go the wrong way. That's gonna screw you over. You can go down here and go the full path around if you have troubles wall jumping, but you should just wall jump up here. Don't take this refill, it's not gonna help you anywhere, really. You have full health and you don't really need missiles, right? Like from right now until Ice Beam, you're not gonna need missiles for anything, really. Like you can kill these bugs however you want. I just place a bunch of bombs, try to make them attach to you, and then place a bomb while standing still, and they're all gonna die. So don't fall down in the acid a bunch. That's just me missing jumps. Now, since we killed all 3 hives by grabbing the extra missile, there are no hives left in this room. There would be, if we didn't kill the hive on the left, there would be a hive right here, which we'd have to kill in order to progress. But that's gone now, so that's cool. That's one fairly big advantage to grabbing that missile tank. And we grab charge beam now. This is not completely certain if grabbing charge beam is actually faster or whatever, but it helps a lot, especially in Chosodia later on and in Ridley. So do grab charge beam unless you're really confident in running without it.